You're muted.
Sorry about that. Just a little backstage.
Oh, we're definitely not
Mistake.
muted. I heard myself say we're muted. So.
Yeah, that was not true when you said it.
Wow, Aiden's a liar.
Oh no! Hi everybody! Welcome to ComeDy&D. We're not doing the campaign this week because Simon is doing some shit. I don't know what it is. And so we're gonna play Witch's Dead. It's gonna be a good time. Roll that intro.
Oh, the Expedition to the North intro?
Oh, maybe don't.
How about just the logo?
I'll make a Witch's Dead intro. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. This is the intro. The witch is dead.
That was a good intro.
Oh, the dead witch.
Witch is dead. Who's on first? Hi. So, we're playing Witch is Dead, which is a one-page RPG we played before. It is very fun. You play a bunch of forest animals, and and your friend the witch was killed, and you have to get vengeance. Okay, specifically, you have to get her eyes back from the witch hunter. And there's like, I'm gonna throw. Can I throw that the download in the Twitch so people can follow along?
Yeah, do you have it? I lost it.
It's in. Oh, yeah, I got it. I'm gonna throw it in the chat so people can follow along. This is what we're doing. Basically, everybody rolls it. It's all D10s. You roll a D10 to see which forest animal you are. Forest animals have 4 stats: clever, fierce, sly, and quick. Clever is like doing smart things. Fierce is doing fighty things. Sly is doing sneaky things. Quick is doing like dexterous things. And all animals have a score between 0 and 3. And then anytime they want to do something, I will decide what stat it is and say what the challenge rating is, and they have to roll a d10, add their stat for their animal, and see if they do it. There is a thing called danger, where if I determine that a roll is going to be dangerous, if they fail it, then they gain a point of danger. If you ever roll equal to or under the number of danger you have, then something very bad happens to you. And then each animal gets a spell, which you roll a d10 to determine what it is. And okay, there's also a bunch of rolls to do the setup for the campaign because we have nothing planned. So let's do the setup. The first roll is we roll 2 d10s to see what the village is like that they have to rescue the witch's eyes from. Would each of you roll a d10?
Can I read the intro here? I really
Yes.
like this intro.
Yes, you can.
Okay. So this is the intro from the game, in case you didn't look at the link.
This game is by Grant Howitt, by the way. We should give him credit.
Yeah, did he do Blades in the Dark as well?
I think so, and he just posted this like handwritten Witch is Dead game on Reddit, and
Yeah.
it's great.
It's really fun. Once upon a time, there was a kind, wise, and beautiful witch who lived in the forest with her familiars, and her life was peaceful and happy until a fucking witch hunter broke into her cottage and dragged her out and fucking murdered her, and now she's dead. But if you get revenge and kill him and bring her eyes to her corpse within a week, she'll come back to life. Or so you've heard. Even if it doesn't work, at least he's dead. The witch hunter has retreated to the village. The fucking coward. Get him.
Cool. So let's set up the village. Each of you roll a d10, please.
6.
5.
So the village is incredibly superstitious and at war with forest tribes. And the witch hunter would one of you roll a d10?
That is an 8.
The witch hunter is duplicitous.
Like all witch hunters.
Where'd my d10 go? There. And there's a twist. but none of you will know until it twists. Cool. Roll your animals.
6 again.
You're a hare.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 5. I'm
An owl. That's a good combo, I feel like. It's a very like classic folktale combo. Hare and owl.
Yeah.
Cool. And then each of you roll your spells.
Hang on, I'm trying to get our pictures to show up next to our name.
Oh, cool.
Since I did that last time, might as well use it again. Did that work?
Oh, hello. Do you just have a bunch of little animals?
Yeah, I just got one of each of the animals. Okay, spell. 7. Tidy, clean, and mend.
Cool.
I got 4, which is lock, unlock, open, close.
Cool. And what are each of your names?
I'm Harry, the hare.
Tournicus.
Copernicus. And what are each of your alignments?
Copernicus or Tournicus?
Tournicus.
I'll take my best shot at that
Turn
name.
his head all the way around. It's upsetting.
Each of you pick an alignment as a very quick shorthand for personality.
Oh, Harry's chaotic evil.
Okay.
I think that the owl is true neutral.
Cool.
I want to bring the witch back to life, not out of any sense of altruism or it's the right thing to do, but she gave me food.
Okay. And listen, I'm always tidying, cleaning, and mending for her. If we bring her back to life, that puts us in a position of power. We can negotiate with her and maybe get things where she sometimes does the cleaning. I like the mending. I'll do the mending.
Cool.
Yes, how she was so lazy, she wouldn't open, close, or lock or unlock anything. It was always like, Tinicus, come here and unlock this for me. It's like, you know the spell, you taught it to me.
Cool. So one very nice evening, Tournicus and Harry are making their way through the forest. I'm not going to say bickering because I don't want to make character decisions for you guys, but they are acting towards each other in how are you guys acting towards each other?
Desperately trying not to consume him and.
Oh yeah, I guess owls do eat hares, right? Listen, if you eat me, you're gonna have to do the cleaning too. Bad enough you're always having to open and close.
Who said anything about eating? No one said anything about eating.
I'm just mentioning it randomly.
You come up to the cabin, and you come to the witch's cabin, and you see a very strange sight. You see that the cabin's door normally would need to have a spell cast upon it to open, is already open, and there seems to be some dirt scuffled inside, untiding the floor.
Oh, thank fucking God she finally opened a door herself.
Copernicus, she may have taught the spell to another animal, maybe you being replaced.
Who? I'll kill them.
The very neutral thing to say.
I think neutral just means self-centered.
Okay.
All right, well, I got to get to work on this dirt.
You know how druids are.
Can I go and start cleaning the dirt?
Yeah. You go and you start cleaning the dirt, and you're just looking at the dirt. You're casting. Roll the clean. Roll the.
Magic is always dangerous. What did you say the challenge was? I got a 9, so I'm pretty sure I passed it.
I didn't say it.
Pretty. This is what I do all day.
We're gonna say it. We're gonna say it passed. And you're cleaning, and you're doing a good job. When you're very focused on the floor. When you come across a red splotch on the ground, and it seems to be oozing towards you. And
That's
you look
weird.
up, and you see the witch dead on the ground, with no eyes and blood coming out of her eye holes towards you.
Wait, she has no eyes? Copernicus. Copernicus, did you cast open on the witch's eyes?
No, I've never thought about pecking out her eyes. I don't know
But
why
in the
that
morning-
would even come up.
In the morning, does she make you cast open on her eyes, or does she just open them herself?
No, she just opens them herself.
Oh, okay. We got a situation here.
Yeah. What would I roll to look around?
Clever.
Oh yeah, what am I good at? Oh,
You're really quick.
only slightly quicker than Copernicus, though.
That is a 9. So that's a 12.
What are you looking for?
Um,
You're just like investigating the crime scene, kind of.
kind of. Well, I guess mostly looking if the murderer is, still here.
Okay.
A lot of assumptions going on that somebody murdered her and that her eyes didn't just start bleeding out on their own. But
From that very good, clever roll, you can see there's a lot of broken things around the cabin, which were not broken last year. Remember, obvious signs of a scuffle. You see little like scorch marks on the walls where the witch was like shooting bolts and shit, and it missing. And then there's like some like arrows stuck in the wall. It seemed like there was some very cool battle going on. And then it seems like the witch was bested and her eyes were removed. But you can kind of tell signs that once the eyes were removed, the culprit left soon after.
Oh boy. Well, what do we do now? I can clean up her body, I guess. But I don't think my mend is strong enough to bring her back to life.
I think there'll be plenty of time for mending later. We must. That's what she said always, right? Was that if she's killed, find her eyes, and we can bring her back.
That's right. Okay, so we bring her eyes back, and then maybe we are in a good negotiating position.
Yes, and we'll keep getting food, and I won't have to eat.
Anything.
I won't have to eat not you.
Right.
Yes. Maybe we should look for the hunter's trail.
You think this was the witch hunter? Yeah. Okay. Let's look.
Well, it wasn't. If it was an owl hunter, he did a very bad job.
That's true. Could have been a very bad owl hunter.
Cool. You're looking for a trail, I guess, in the woods?
Yes.
So I'm gonna say there's not a good perception roll here. I'm just gonna call that a clever, because that's what I did before.
Oh, even better. That is a 13.
Wow.
Okay. This witch hunter, or whoever killed the witch, rather, seemed really. I should really need to be saying challenges before instead of just citing the post hoc. But they seemed very skilled. It seemed like they did a very good job of not leaving a trail, but with your very good owl eyes, you can see some signs leading through the woods towards. There's a couple nearby towns around here and some other salt settlements, and you can see it's heading towards Fulberg in that direction.
Fulberg? You mean that incredibly superstitious place?
Yes, the superstitious place at war with the forest people.
Do you think we should maybe enlist the forest people to help?
I think we should see how we can spin that to our advantage.
Yeah, I mean, because
we have very few advantages over the village, but one is that we are not at war with the forest people.
Yeah, it's pretty much just that and our complete hatred of all humans, right? That's all we have going.
Yes, because all of us are incredibly superstitious.
Yes.
I say as I throw salt over my shoulder with one wing.
Cool.
Actually, can I take a second to look around for a four-leaf clover?
Roll me a clever. Challenge rating 9. No, 10. It's 4-leaf clover.
Okay.
That's rare.
Is this dangerous?
No.
It could be dangerous.
And that is a 4. So that is a...
You see a lot. You didn't even find a 3-leaf clover, in fact. You see no clovers whatsoever.
no leaf clover.
Well, we still got to do it, even with that terrible luck of not finding a 4-leaf clover. Well, should we go talk to the forest people first, or go scope out the hunter?
I think the forest people will know where a 4-leaf clover grows.
That's a good point.
I look for one every day. I've never found one, but one day I will.
So you know of a forest tribe nearby. The witch had a friendly relationship with them. She would go and trade resources with them from time to time. She'd go and buy. They would make very nice wild potato latkes, and the witch would in turn do spell work for them. And so they had a nice relationship.
Okay, we'll head over there, but we got a little problem that we can't, usually the witch does all the talking and negotiating. I don't understand these humans. I don't know if we'll be able to make them understand. Maybe we should, take the witch's head? No, that's a bad idea. That'll make it harder for her to come back to life. Is there some way we can make them understand that the witch is dead?
Does the witch have any type of seal or a sign that says, "Hi, I'm the witch"?
Yeah,
Business cards.
She definitely she has a wax seal that she uses to seal all of her letters that go out. She also has reading glasses. She has a distinctive little hat. She got some things, recognizable stuff.
Is any of it broken?
The hat got smashed when she fell on the floor.
Let's take the hat.
You have not.
Fragile hat.
It's like a straw hat.
Okay. Let's take the hat to the forest people. They'll understand the smashed hat, what it means.
Let's get a little blood on the hat.
Okay, yeah. We'll dip it in the blood. Just to make it... These
And
humans...
just rub it.
Humans don't have the right sense of smell. They can barely see what's in front of them.
You have to telegraph the message for
Yeah.
them. You have to make it pop.
Right. You have to give them 3 different ways to see what you're trying to say, and maybe they'll see one.
Yeah. Yeah, and, a jingle on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
Witch is dead, witch is dead, witch, 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 witch.
I can thump.
Real quick, who said the forest tribes are humans?
Good point. Because I hate humans, so I hope they're not humans. But they do make delicious latkes. That's my kind of tribe.
Oh, it's a tribe of forests. Okay.
All right, we take the hat and head
Cool.
toward the forest tribes. We're both pretty sneaky.
Yeah, you make it through the forest tribe. There's nothing to do to get there. You come to the forest tribe and you see the forest tribe. Why don't you make me clever rolls. This difficulty 7.
That's a fail.
Make you clever rolls. What is this, a British Bake Off? That is a 5.
Okay. You don't notice anything amiss about the forest tribe. They seem to be doing forest tribe business. You see all these people walking around. They are about half the height of humans. They are green. They're kind of like they kind of look like those '90s trolls, but without the big hair. But they're also green. They seem to be low energy, I will say.
Low energy trolls.
They all live in these thatched huts, and there seem to
Do they have jeweled belly buttons?
yes.
All right, let's see if we can communicate with them.
Yes. Can we discern a leader or a shaman?
In fact, you
not
cannot. Which is weird because there usually is one.
Now wait, Tourniquet. Remember, the witch always said this witch hunter is very duplicitous. Do we need to worry? Is it possible the witch hunter is part of the forest tribe?
It is possible. Maybe he made the village look like a forest tribe. The forest tribe looked like a village.
All right, let's just talk to someone random then.
You come across a forest troll woman, and she's walking around aimlessly, restlessly, looking distressed.
Excuse me, do you understand us? Uh-oh. Is that owl? Tourniquet, you speak that language?
The woman is surprised that a rabbit is shrieking at her.
What noise do rabbits make? I don't even know.
Well,
Just
we
kinda
have
whimper.
YouTube.
I think Tourniquet will turn his head around, flap his wing, and try to get some attention.
All right, I
Are
think
there any nearby doors?
In fact, there are no doors in this settlement. They're all little thatched huts.
I think I'm probably carrying the hat because I'm a little bigger, not flying. So I take the hat out and I try and present it in a very communicative manner.
The woman picks up the hat and looks at it. Zabadababubu. Shiba budavadiba.
Yes,
And she turns to you.
exactly.
Sibadababa?
And I kind of start like crying, like I'm sad.
Roll. Roll clever to act.
That's a 4.
She doesn't buy your sad, but it.
I'm not actually sad. I'm just communicating. You know, I'm a psychopath. I just want to invoke the emotion of sad in her head so she knows.
You know what? You know, guys, I'm a psychopath. You know me.
Like most rabbits.
She doesn't quite get the message. She's...
Yes, Tourniquet will fly right in front of Harry and just really, really try to sell it. Lots of wing gesturing. Lots of...
Or maybe we act it out. Like you pretend to die. You're the witch. And I'll like pretend to like
Why
stab
should
you.
I pretend?
Okay, okay. You pretend to stab me. But I'm just worried you might get, carried away.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
That's, okay. I'll pretend to die.
Okay.
I will pretend. That's a good point.
Okay, so it could be a difficulty 6 fierce roll for you.
For who?
For Tourniquet to pretend to stab you.
That is a 7.
Okay. She gets it now. Oh, Wabadoo! She says.
And then we point to the witch hat again.
It seems like she gets that the witch has been killed.
And
Okay.
then I want to point in the direction of the village.
Full town or whatever. Fulberg?
Fulberg,
Fulberg.
Not Fulton.
not
Yeah,
Fulton.
very different from Halfberg.
Uh, she seems taken aback that you pointed towards Fulberg, and she drops the hat, and she takes a couple steps back. Says, "Wadaboo," and then she turns and says to the other people in the town, "Like wadaboo, wadaboo," and they huddle around and talk for a few minutes.
I think it's working.
And then a couple of trolls walk over to you guys, and a man troll says, "Shiba boo bada bada shiba chababa."
Shebop.
Do you have any sharp sticks? When you're at this war you're doing, how do you normally fight it? Do you poke? You burn? You taunt?
How are you trying to communicate this?
I'm just saying it out loud while I try and act it out.
They look they this is gonna be a 9 clever.
I have a +0. That's a 5.
Cool. They don't get it. I think you're gonna need to try to communicate this message a different way.
Can Tourniquet look around and just kind of observe the features of the village and see if anything stands out as more prominent than just a thatch hut? Any types of relics or symbols or weapons or...
It's funny. You missed this when you came in, but I'm just gonna say it now to move the story forward. You noticed like a bunch of like broken spears around the town, and it looks like there's like a lot fewer trolls than you remember here, and there is a large thatch like meeting hall that seems to have like a lot of human-sized footprints in and out of it, leading back to Fulberg.
Uh-oh. Can we go look inside this large thatched meeting place?
Yes.
Is it full of dead trolls?
No.
Okay.
It's weird. You see like some wet patches of dirt which look or I guess it would be wet patches of dirt inside that seem like they would be that looks ominous, and you see like a bunch of latkes spilled onto the ground covered in dirt, and you see this big grass throne kind of broken.
Tourniquet, as an owl, do you understand any of things that's going on? Because this doesn't make any sense.
I think you should mend the throne.
Okay. One mend coming up. Can I mend the throne?
Yeah. You have to roll Sly.
Oh, it's magic is well. I guess I don't know. Okay, Sly.
Yeah. Is magic not a modifier?
Let's see. 4 + 2, 6.
Yeah. Okay. You. I really need to do a challenge. You know what? No, it didn't work.
Okay, that's my first point of danger.
It didn't work, and the throne lights on fire, and all the trolls are. They seem aghast.
Oh boy, that I'm sorry, Tourniquet. Your plan was solid. I'm just so upset. I think I hit the wrong button in my brain and made that whole make flame spell. It's right next to tidy, clean, and mend on the original character sheet. 6, 7. So
Let's
close.
see if this works.
Oh boy.
I gesture towards the village as if to say they're responsible for this.
Real clever.
Getting a lot of clever rolls.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
That
out other
is
things.
a 12.
Okay.
Ooh.
I was gonna say a difficulty rating, but you
Doesn't matter. Ten's the highest.
anyone I could possibly say. They get it. Wow. They're like they look ashamed of themselves.
All right, go.
Maybe try and mend a spear. There were broken spears.
Okay, it's really very dangerous for me to mend things. Just so you know.
It's gonna be a 7 difficulty to mend a spear.
Just one spear is look. You can just use half a spear. It's just as good as a full spear. I'll pick up half a spear and start jabbing it.
All the forest trolls. When you're like, how are you jabbing the spear? What are you doing? Are you jabbing it like towards them? Or
yeah,
what?
towards the village.
Okay.
We're all on the same team here.
Towards that village. I'm gonna say, roll fierce.
Everyone knows rabbits are the fiercest of the. What's the?
Unfortunately,
It's gonna be a 7 to inspire them.
Okay. Oh, that's very close, but I got a 5.
The people, the trolls of the village, look deflated, and they shake their head. One of them comes towards you and takes a spear, and says, "Wababadadio, wajabudadabahira, shabadu."
Yes, a very shabadoo to you as well.
Shabadoo. I'm glad you're getting the hang of this, Turticus.
Yes, I've always been kind of a people owl.
It's Simlish, elementary, elemental.
Okay, are we on our
It
own?
was like 50s rock and roll scat.
Should we just head to the
One
village?
one last thing. I want to take a broken spear and hold it together with my talons and like fly into the air and seem victorious.
It's very majestic, really.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is gonna be a fierce roll, but it's since you guys have already failed to try to like inspire the team to war, it's gonna be a 9 difficulty.
But is it dangerous?
No.
Good, because I rolled a 3. Let's leave.
Have you guys seen the video of Katy Perry recording songs in Simlish? It's very funny. Google that later. Anyways, the people, they all look down. They look up at you carrying the spear, and then they all look down and they all file back into their huts, defeated.
They deserve whatever bad thing happened to them. That's right. Blaming the victim.
That's very neutral of you. Maybe the bravest warriors in this village were captured or something, because there's fewer of them, and maybe we'll find them in town. We can bust them out. It'll be great.
Should we bring them their spears?
Yeah, let's bring a couple spears and some latkes.
Yes.
I think I can fit a few in this bloody hat.
Cool. You find some very dirt-covered latkes and some broken spears. And since you are a rabbit, you have to drag the hat behind you.
I guess that makes sense. All right, let's go check out the village.
Okay, you are hauling a hat full of a lot more than a rabbit should carry.
How big are these latkes?
Oh, he's a hare. They're bigger.
Much bigger.
She's bigger by a hair.
Yes, he's bigger by one large burr rabbit.
So it is currently it's evening. We started early evening and now it is regular evening. If you go at full speed, you know that the village is about an hour walk through the forest. If you're dragging a hat full of spears, it's gonna take like twice that.
Okay, maybe just like one spear.
Okay.
And I'll eat
Sure.
the latkes. What do rabbits even eat? Grass? Carrots? Are they carrot
Carrots.
latkes?
Smaller.
Yeah,
latkes.
they are carrot latkes. How did you know?
Delicious. I'll eat them as we walk.
Cool. Cool. You come
Yes.
upon.
Are there any mouse latkes?
Not from this village, but there is another village that you know it makes mouse latkes.
Man, I am going to demand the witch take us there.
She's gonna
So-
owe us.
Some shredded mice pushed into a pancake.
You're walking through the forest. It's getting very. It's now like middle of the night, very dark.
We're both nocturnal, I'm pretty sure.
You hear a wolf howl off in the distance. It's very creepy. It's all kinds of bugs making noise, and then you hear something cut through all the noise, through the foliage. You can the forest is like pretty dense, but you can sort of see some lights twinkling in the distance through the foliage, and you hear something cutting through all like the cricket noises and the wolf howls. You hear, ooh, ooh, ooh. Almost like a bunch of people are chanting together.
Can I fly up in the air and, see an aerial view?
Yes. You see, you fly up over in the air, and you go to, you see Fulberg, and you see a bunch of humans holding hands around. They have all these bonfires set around them, and then in the middle of them, they have a bunch of forest trolls tied to stakes above a unlit pyre. And they're all chanting. All the humans are chanting.
Oh boy.
They seem to be having a festival. What a twist.
Oh yes, I see that there is an option where the village folk are having a festival. Do we
Yeah,
know?
we really should have reviewed all of the options.
Yeah. Do we know what the witch hunter looks like?
No.
Okay, well, we could try to free these trolls, and then destroy the village with them, or maybe we just sneak around and see if we can find the witch hunter in the village.
Does it look like they're about to be lit on fire now? Or do you think that maybe there's a couple hours till high midsummer and they push them off the rock or whatever?
Well, you're not super familiar with this festival, so you can't say exactly when they're going to be lit on fire, but I can say you don't see, someone with a torch walking towards the pyre.
Yes, this isn't the moment of action.
No.
Yeah, let's is the city gated? Is it
No.
a gated community?
No.
You really just don't want me to use my magic whatsoever. Alright, yeah, let's just go investigate.
Now, can you open the ropes, holding the trolls if we need to later?
I'll say yes, you
Well-
can.
Apparently I can't. I was working on my whole lawyer in my head was developing a thing about how knots are really just locks, but
I mean, it doesn't say open, close doors. It says just open, close.
I figure you need a way to make this relevant, so yes, it works.
What if you cast open on a person? Does it open them? And I mean, can we just cast open on the witch hunter? Is that gonna be enough?
You can try.
he just opens up to you. He tells you about his childhood. The real witch he's hunting is just the love of his father.
I'll also point out that this town does have a bunch of cabins that have doors.
Good. All right, let's sneak into town. We're both pretty
Cabin
sneaky.
town, vacation. Okay. Yeah, let's sneak around. Is there other elements of the festival Does it look like maybe there's a a selection where there'd be a bunch of witches' eyes, and they put a blue ribbon on which witch eyes were the best witch eyes?
You don't see anything like that, no.
Okay. Do we see any cabins where someone is home, where somebody is not?
It looks like all the lights are out, as if everybody were attending a festival.
You think we
Does
should?
one cabin seem particularly witch huntery?
You do see a cabin that has like a bow and arrow crest on the door above the door.
And like maybe there's something on the door that says like, if you can read this, the witch fell off and she's dead because I murdered her because I'm a witch hunter.
You see a sign that says Zababadabadu.
Exactly. I am going to cast open on that door.
Okay. Couple of steps. This cabin is in the middle of town. You guys, are outside of town. There would need to be several actions to make it to this cabin, unseen or maybe seen.
Is one of the actions to fly through the sky like an owl normally does?
Yes, but I'm gonna have to make you roll a sly.
Okay, and I'm gonna sneak in on the ground because apparently I'm sneakier than an owl.
Okay, you're also gonna have to roll a sly. Tell me how you're sneaking, and then I'll say a challenge difficulty. So there's like, there's like this town square where all the festival shit's going down, and there's like some buildings around that, and then there's like scattered cabins around that. It's not like, yeah, okay. There's like cobblestone roads around, and the cabin with the bow on it is on the inner ring, so like you'd have to be very sneaky to get to that door unseen.
I mean, people in town probably have hares and rabbits as pet and food, so, I'm mostly just gonna be... I mean, I'll stick to the shadows, but I'm mostly just gonna be going fast, because I think that's really what I do best.
I'm gonna call it, you can get to the cabin. It's gonna take a 9 sly roll.
Well, owls are mostly tolerated by people as we're considered pest control.
I got a 6.
You dart out of the shadows and try to go to the thing when one of the humans catches you in the corner of the eye. They look down and as if reacting to something taboo that they are superstitious about, they say, "What a whoa!" and point at you.
And was that a dangerous move? Do I take a danger for failing?
Yes.
My danger is
Absolutely.
2. Okay, I would like to just bolt. Not obviously in the direction of the thing, but I will just use my superior speed, because these humans are slow, I know them, to kind of go off at an angle, come around the back of another one, just try and lose them.
Okay, that's going to be a 7 quick.
That is an 8 quick.
Okay. You dodge behind a cabin, and some of the people who have broken off from the group chasing after you, they turn the corner, and you're gone. Where did you go? Weird. Tourniquets, what's going on with you?
So I rolled a 3 to sneak in.
Same thing. You dive towards the house, and the people, some other people, catch sight of you and say, "What about?" And they start shouting and pointing at you. And some of them pick up rocks and start throwing. Seem like they're going to start throwing rocks at you.
Okay, so that's a danger, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Let's go big. I want to do something. This might require 2 rolls. I don't know. Maybe I can do 1, and I don't know. However you, I want to convince the people that I am an ill omen of their superstition and what they're doing is wrong. And I would, to help accomplish that, would like to open all the nearby doors.
Okay. Okay.
You might have to end this on your own, Harry.
We're gonna call this for. Okay. I really am stuck on what trait to call magic rolls.
Yeah, it's not clear.
Is that just a straight up and down roll with no trait?
It doesn't really say, so it's up to you, I think.
Let's call it straight up
You
and.
think, I think that's fine, where you say magic is more dangerous and then it's straight up and down.
Or it's
Okay.
It's clever. Could be clever. Could be quick.
Okay, you're actually interacting with humans and they try to understand them or whatever. So that's a good case for clever. I'm gonna call this 4 clever rolls with 4 dangerous clever rolls with challenge rating 6.
Ooh, that's very challenging.
So that's a 6.
Good.
That is a 13.
Good.
That is a 12.
Good.
Hey, that's 11.
Jesus.
I'm gonna live to eat Harry after all.
You screech, and you blow open all the doors around you, and all the villagers gasp, and they are kind of step back, and they seem to drop their rocks.
Your lives are wrong.
And several humans get down on their knees and start doing like a pray thing at you.
Yes, worship me and bring me the eyes. My wings that are keeping me afloat, I use them to point at my eyes and gesture into me.
You immediately fall out of the sky.
Flying is so complicated.
They all look at you and they go like, they also gesture towards their eyes. They do not understand this.
That would be an impressive leap of logic for them to then go and bring you the witch hunter's eyes from that one gesture.
It was I was on a roll. I just
Oh, you're supposed to get the witch hunter's eyes. Okay. We're modifying the rules. You have to get the witch's eyes, which the witch hunter has.
So we don't even necessarily have to kill the witch hunter anymore?
No.
All right. During this commotion, can I go over to the witch hunter's house?
Yes, it'll be a. Since there is such a distraction, it's going to be a 6 sly roll. Dangerous.
I rolled a 10, so that should be good.
Cool. You're in the house with the bow and arrow signet on the doorway.
What's in here?
You see a bunch of equipment. You see like a bunch of feathers in like containers and a bunch of wood, and you see like several shafts of arrows and like unstrung bows, and it looks like maybe a Fletcher lives here.
No eyes.
You do not see any eyes.
Hey, Tourniquet, I'm not sure this is the witch hunter's place.
Do a little more recon. I think I've got these people where I want them.
Okay. Is there like a bedroom? Look around some more.
It's like a one room deal.
Okay. There's nothing witch hunter related in here at all, right?
Not beyond like bows and arrows.
That's just hunter.
Remember what the witch always said. Witch hunters, not to be trusted. They're very duplicitous.
True. Okay. I'll start pulling all the arrows and poking the books and looking for secret passageways. But I don't know. Do hares know about secret passageways? I'll try to burrow. I think we live in burrows.
Roll me a sly, not dangerous, 8.
That's my second 10 in a row.
You successfully find nothing.
No, Copernicus, no, there's nothing in here.
So your success is that you definitely know this is not the witch hunter's house.
Okay, I leave the house.
You just walk out the front door?
Yeah, I mean, like a rabbit does. So quick, sneaky.
Do you want to make me a sly roll?
Sure.
It's going to be a 6 dangerous again.
I pass. 8.
Cool. Tournicus?
I want to fly over to the forest trolls.
The tied up ones?
And, yes.
Cool.
And do any of them look like who's the machoist? Who's the toughest?
You see one that looks very tough. They seem to be some kind of leader. You can tell by they have like a captain's hat on, like Captain Crunch.
I want to look him up and down and see if maybe he has. Does he have blood on him? Does it look like maybe he has a sack on him? That was for you, Big Ant. Does he have something that would maybe contain 2 eyes, the motherfucker?
You can pat him down. I'm gonna call this a sly.
Is that with talons or wings?
He does look. He is like bloodied and roughed up.
It is. Is this seems like it's interacting with humans? I guess they're not humans. You're right. I'm sorry. Okay. We'll call this a sly.
I'm calling it a steal.
That is an 11.
You pat him down, and you don't find any eyes. You know for sure they're not on him.
It's such a witch hunter's hat, though.
It's
under his hat.
You see, he is bald and he starts crying.
Okay, I'll untie him.
All the villagers start standing up and looking at you, and they don't really know what to do. So they're like, make me
I'm your new god.
I'm gonna say an owl is not dexterous enough to untie a knot, but you can attack the knot.
Let's just be inherently dangerous and use some magic to untie the knot.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
If I may.
It's gonna be a sly roll. For let's call it a 7.
That one, well, you know what? It landed between 2 numbers, but neither of those numbers would have made it.
You could, if it's cocked, you can re-roll it. That's the general rule.
It is exactly a 7.
That's a pass, I believe. The knots seem to magically untie themselves, and the troll falls onto the pyre and kind of gets up and looks around. and one of the humans gather and says, Hashababa! Hashababa! And they start getting restless, and they point at you. They look at you, confused and angry. Ababa! I think it's gonna be Harry. What are you doing?
So, one of these humans has got to be the witch hunter. So I guess I'm just gonna be sneaking around, moving fast, looking for somebody in the crowd who looks duplicitous.
Yes, who looks least like a witch hunter?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Is there like a little girl?
There is a little boy who has very pink, chubby cheeks, and he's like drooling a little bit, and has like a slingshot in his back pocket, and he looks very innocent.
I would like to go and smell for the witch on him.
Okay, you're gonna have to. If you're gonna do you want to sneak over to him, or are you just walking over to him?
I'll sneak over.
Okay, the crowd's a little bit more riled now, so it's gonna be a bit harder. It's gonna be an 8. Dangerous.
That is a 2, which was my danger level. If you ever roll equal to or under your danger, you're in serious trouble. Dead, trapped, lost, or captured.
Okay, you're sneaking around the ground. You're doing like this like little rabbity sneaking around people's foots. Doing great job. Staying in people's blind spots, like going behind bags and stuff. And you see the little boy in the after crowd, and you jump out to get it, and then someone grabs you, and they have him. They grab you, and so they hold you up, and they're like, Mama! And the whole crowd is getting riled up. They're like,
I try to look very cute. You put the ears back, big eyes.
Someone says, he's looking cute, get him! Which you can understand,
right?
For some
Because
reason.
they're speaking hair.
What was your name? Turbicus?
Yes,
Tournicus.
I mean, I've been trying to keep tabs on Harry as much as I can. Do I see that?
You see this happening. The whole crowd seems like it's about to turn.
I'm
You'd
gonna
have
follow
lost them.
my deepest instinct and fly at him and grab him by the back of his neck with my talons.
Make me a fierce roll. 8.
Woo! It's a 10.
You swoop in, and snatch Harry out of the man's hand, and now you're holding Harry.
Hey, thanks, Copernicus. You're not hungry, right? You're saving me.
Yeah. Yes. I was doing this to save you.
Great.
Definitely.
It's nice to fly.
It is. And is there a safe spot nearby to put him down?
Roof? How about a roof?
Probably a roof. The whole town is
Yeah.
kind of looking. There's like, okay, some of the town, the crowd is broken. They're like shouting. Some of them are like chasing you. It seem like they're gonna throw. They've picked up their rocks again. Some of the town is descending around the troll, who looks very worse for wear, but has like picked up a stick and is like trying to fight people off, and is like trying to like untie people too.
Yeah, can we land on a roof and maybe kind of like on the edge of a chimney or something like that, so it'd be hard to throw rocks at us?
Yeah. You can take cover in a chimney.
Well, geez, we don't even know where the witch
This is
hunter is.
3/4 cover, right? I can add this to my AC.
Yes. You see, there's like rocks flying over you. You're like, it's like one of those chimneys that has like a little. There's a little lip on the inside, so you can. It's like a little parapet. You can stay inside.
Ooh.
And the whole town is shouting, "Ah, baba, shit, baba, baba, yaba."
We don't know where the witch hunter is. We don't know where the witch's eyes are. This is hard. We're just two little animals in the big city. What are we going to do, Copernicus?
Yes, we need to find these eyes and get homeward bound. You got a good look at that little boy. Do you think he's the witch hunter?
The witch hunter is duplicitous, but I don't think he's that duplicitous.
So what clues? Let's quickly rehash here what we know.
Okay.
We know that he's tricky. We know that he's in the village. We know that the village is having a festival. We know that the village is at war with the forest people.
You hear a thunk on the side of the house.
What was that?
Do you look over the side?
Yeah, I'll look. I'll peek over the edge.
You see someone has put a ladder up against the house.
What is that thing? It's humans. It's so confusing.
Yes, it's one of their climbing sticks.
Oh. Would it help if I tidied it?
You see, like some piles of rubbish, like some leaves and stuff on the roof. It's possible you could tidy the leaves at the ladder and maybe knock it down.
All right, I guess I'll try it.
Roll me a fierce.
That's a 3. And did
You
I get a
permit
point
your
of
danger?
Well, did I get a point of danger earlier when I rolled by 2? Was that also give me danger?
Yes.
Well, in that case, I rolled my danger again.
Reset after something dangerous happens.
Oh.
No. You can lower your danger by solving or running away from your
Oh,
problems.
well, we sort of ran away.
Okay, you solved the problem, sure.
Okay,
So,
however,
okay, now you're up to 3 danger now, I'll say.
3 danger. Well, I don't know. I think we have a whole week to get the witch's eyes. Maybe we just get out of here, lay low, scope out the village, watch them burn some trolls.
I'm gonna go against my neutral alignment, and I want to try and free a couple trolls quickly.
Okay, just watch out. This is very dangerous magic we're doing. I say that from personal experience.
Okay, so tell me, describe what you're doing.
How many trolls total were there?
You saw about 5.
There are 5. Oh, he's probably gotten a couple now. I'll get one more. Get one more.
Okay. You see, you see several humans. Once you peek out, you see several humans on top of and pinning down the troll, and they're on top of another troll, having freed one another, and they're trying to rebind them. And there's 3 others that are completely bound still.
Well, I'm gonna unbound whichever one is in the middle of those 3.
Cool. Roll me, let's say, a 7 sly? Was it before?
That's a 10.
You got it. He is free, and he gets to his feet, and he runs at the humans and kind of jumps at them, and the humans are all surprised and scatter, and now all 3 trolls are on their feet.
Are the trolls killing the humans?
No, they kind of have sticks and are like fending them off and trying to save their comrades. And the humans
Now,
are
Harry,
like,
give him the sticks and the broken spears and the dirty latkes.
Okay, I throw
Turn the tide.
I throw the one broken spear that I brought.
give me.
Can hares even throw? I don't. It's gonna be a tough one.
You can do like a backflip or something.
Oh yeah, hold it in my back feet. Yeah, I'm a good jumper. It's kind of like a push.
Let's do a quick roll. It's gonna be a quick 9 because this is ridiculous.
No prob. That's a 13 after the +3.
You do is amazing. You flip around and you throw the spear, and the chief troll catches it, and chief troll like then points the spear at some humans, and they step back, and it gives enough rooms, and they untie their comrades, but they're still surrounded.
Well, Tourniquets, I think we did something good here today.
Tourniquets will grab a dirty latka with his beak and pick up Harry with his talons. And he'd like to fly out, but fly over the troll, the leader troll, dropping him the latka, and then fly out of town back to the woods.
Okay. You do that, and the trolls have fought their way to the edge of town. They're about to escape. You drop a latka, and you turn back, and you see the troll like giving you a salute, and they're running out of town. And then you see the chief troll stop at his tracks and fall over dead with an arrow in his neck. And you look up, and you see a chubby-cheeked little boy holding a bow and arrow.
In addition to the slingshot in his back pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he exactly?
He is behind. The main crowd has surged in front of him, and now he is kind of standing behind, just like holding the arrow and like putting it down.
Okay, I only have one danger, so let's try this.
We gotta get him, Copernicus. Drop me on him.
What
Drop me on him.
happens if we open up the boy?
Now remember, none of this is flashy. Little bits of hedge magic to help out around the house.
You can try it.
And at the same time, I would like to mend his mouth and nose shut.
I would actually like to do is, does his shoes have laces?
His shoes do have laces.
I would like to.
His shoe has
open
Velcro,
up.
actually, and they flash when he walks.
I would want to.
And they have the little pumpy thing on them.
Open up his shoes so he would trip, preferably on the little pumpy thing.
You don't want to close the shoes together.
Lights. I guess I could close the shoes. We could close the shoes together, and maybe just maybe open up his belt and his pants fall down.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be a 7 and an 8 sly roll.
Okay, that is a 10 and a 12.
Have you rolled under like a 7?
I've had some bad rolls, but nothing dangerous. It's always like I rolled terrible with the forest trolls.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you see on the ground, you see sneakily his Velcro shoes open up and kind of Velcro to each other, and his pants belt kind of just undoes itself, and nothing else has happened, and he doesn't seem to notice this.
How far away are we from him?
You're like in the air, like 50. You're in the air. You're like 50 feet away. Sure.
I would like to drop Harry into the on the ground in the shadows, if possible.
Harry, why don't you roll me a sly? A 7 sly.
I got a 5.
Cool. You drop, and the boy immediately turns and sees you.
Hey, I'm just a distraction over here. Look at me, look at me. And I run away.
The boy holds up his bow and arrow, and seems like he's about to fire. And you might want to try to do an evade or something.
Yeah, I run away. I'm a rabbit, you know? That's what I do. I go fast. That's kind of my defining characteristic.
Roll me a 9 quick.
That is exactly a 9 quick.
Cool. You dodge behind a building, and the boy says, "Jabala!" And then he comes to run after you, and immediately his pants fall down, and he trips over his Velcro shoes, and he's on the ground.
And I run back over and grab his bow.
Give me a quick. It's gonna be a 8 quick.
I got a 6.
You're in, like, that's a dangerous roll, by the way.
Now I have 4 danger.
I think some of these other were supposed to be dangerous, but whatever. You try to grab his bow, but he like slaps you. He like looks up and he slaps you away. Pernicus, what are you doing?
I want to intimidate the boy. I want to seem like an ill omen. I'm gonna land in front of him and turn my head all the way around and look very creepy. I don't know any superstitions about owls. I'm trying.
This is gonna be a 10 clever.
What if I just hoot really loud and try and scare the boy? I think that is.
It's gonna be it's gonna be like, if you want to scare him, it's gonna be like
just puff out with all
a
my
9
senses.
fierce.
Well,
Dangerous.
Can I stick with the 10 clever since
Yeah, sure.
don't hate me, it's a 12.
A chill runs through the boy, and he drops his bow, and he like kind of like flips around his back and like looks at you with like wonder, and he says, "Ah, Zobaba."
I take off the bloody hat
Give me the eyes.
and I hold out my hand.
Roll persuasion. Roll me a 9 clever.
I got an 8.
Increment danger.
I now have a 50-50 chance of rolling under equal to or under my danger on any given roll.
Sweet.
Do I see anything that looks like
The boy looks at you and grabs the hat, and he like slowly is like shuffling to his feet, and he takes off his pants.
Yeah, I want to grab the boy's pants and rifle through them. I want to rifle through the boy's
That
pants.
sounds very challenging for an owl.
The boy has a very appropriate amount of underwear on. It's not weird at all. This is like a Mormon town or some shit. These layers. You swoop in and you attempt to steal the pants. Roll me sly. That's gonna be 8.
That's okay, it's a 3.
Put that danger up.
Okay, my danger is up to 2. Casey, you'll do all my rolls and I'll do all your rolls in the next game.
Sounds good.
You miss the pants,
I miss them dearly.
and the boy like whips around and now is no longer impressed, but no longer thinks you're an omen or anything.
Can I open his pockets.
Yeah.
It's right there in the spell.
That is an 8.
That'll do it. Even though I didn't say anything about what it was. That'll do it, sure.
I mean, I just thought I'd go with it. I was gonna do it no matter what you said it would be, so.
Still, one of the pockets open, and some eyes roll out of one of the pocket.
I would like to immediately steal them and run away.
Roll me an 8 sly.
That is exactly an 8 sly with the +2.
You pick up these eyeballs in your rabbity mouth, and the boy you run away, and the boy shouts, "Eyeball!" And the some of the villagers who have not chased off the trolls come, and they have now grabbed weapons, and they're all pointing arrows at Yuku.
Luckily, I'm very quick, and I would like to quickly leave.
This is going to be a 10 quick.
I would like to outpace, climb, and evade them.
Just a 10 quick for both of you.
I rolled under my danger.
You are hit by an arrow.
Okay.
It is not fatal, but it is very bad.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, that's what I rolled.
I'm guessing my danger is now a 3.
Your danger is now a 3. You're not hit by an arrow, but you are enough arrows force you to the ground.
Well, Copernicus.
Oh, I'm very fast on the ground.
At least we'll go out side by side.
So now both of you are together with the eyeballs backed into a corner. A pantsless boy is standing above you, backed up by a crew of villagers, all pointing arrows at you. What's happening?
I would like to reach deep within myself for the most powerful spell I've ever cast to clean up this entire village.
Can I open a path in the village?
No, we're doing this.
Why not both?
This is very funny to me. You know what? This is incredible. I'll let you do this. It's gonna be a fierce roll. It's gonna be. You're gonna need to get 2. You're gonna need to get 10 fierce.
Okay, I got a +0, so I gotta roll that 10. It's gotta be the natural 10. It's another 3. Again, under my danger, which was 5, and I guess is now 6, or maybe it's up to 7. I don't know. I lost track at this point, honestly.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Before you get consequences, what's Tournicus doing?
So we're backed up into a wall.
Yeah.
Is there a door near this wall?
Yeah, it's not like immediately accessible though.
Can you just open the wall?
It's gonna
Can
be
I unlock the wall?
No.
Yeah. Can I? Ooh, if I just like spring open the door, is it just gonna smash into a couple of the villagers?
You might get one.
Let's do that. Let's try and open this door. At least it'll give us somewhere.
Let's call it a fierce since you're trying to open it into someone.
Okay.
That's gonna be 8 fierce.
That is an 11.
Okay, that worked. Then, as you do that, all the villagers loose their arrows, and Harry is hit by multiple arrows and dies.
Oh, take my foot. It's lucky.
You killed him. That was supposed to be my job. Is Harry's dead body clutching on the eyes as rigor mortis?
No, the eyes are on the ground.
I thought they were in my
Okay.
mouth.
Oh, your mouth fell open when you died.
I am going to try and grab the eyes.
Give me it's they're right there, so it's gonna be like, I was gonna say it's a 6 slide to get them without causing more problems.
And, okay, that's a 9.
Cool. You're still surrounded.
But there is an open door.
And you see, Harry was killed so bad that you can see one of his feet just loose on the ground.
I want to grab that foot and quickly fly into the door.
Cool. Give me a quick. It's gonna be 8 quick.
That's under my danger.
TPK.
At least we're with the witch again.
The little boy runs forward and tries to grab you. But luckily enough, he grabs Harry's foot instead, and with the luck of the Harry's foot, you're actually able to get away into the door. Foot was lucky.
Is there a window in this room that I am in now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a door
like
in the wall to the outside. I get you.
Okay.
Well, there's no gate.
Oh, right.
It's an open village.
So you're in a house, and you're without a lucky foot anymore.
Kind of fly out the window, hoping that the house giving me some cover, and fly off to the woods.
I'm going to say the windows are closed and must be dealt with first.
Okay, let's God, wait, the windows are closed?
Yeah, you flew in the door.
Closed?
God,
They're closed.
How do you expect an owl to open windows, Hayden?
I don't know.
Cruel.
What if they're
Wait
locked?
a minute. I have one spell. Maybe that can help me. Lock, unlock, open, close. Could I use that to open windows?
Yes.
And what kind of roll should I make to do that?
Quick.
Okay, I rolled under my danger.
The villagers pour in the door, and they're now surrounding you. And the boy grabs you and holds you up like a trophy.
I'm glad the witch is not here to see this.
The eyes blink and look disappointed.
Oh, never mind.
This is, okay, possibly the last thing I'd like to do. So, I want to swing big again in the exact same way I swing big last time. I want to try and open all the windows and intimidate the people into thinking that I am still a powerful, familiar of their deity.
I'm gonna call this a 10 fierce.
Okay, so there is a 1 out of 5 chance that I make this. That's an 11.
I mean, they're all predisposed already from having seen him earlier.
Like, hey,
I would say that
slice.
makes them less gullible to it this time. But what you know, you scream and all the windows blow open, and the boy gasps and lets go of you.
Now, how stunned do they seem? Do they seem stunned like I have 2 seconds, or do they seem stunned like maybe I have 30 seconds or a minute?
They seem stunned like you can do one thing.
All right, I'm gonna get the fuck out of there. Sorry, Harry.
Harry's pretty
Yeah.
dead. You had his foot for a second.
I'm just
I was
haunting.
gonna bring your dead body to the witch if I could, but
Cool. Roll me a 8 quick.
Does the luck hold?
That is an 8. So that's a 9.
You fly out the window. You're free. You're free of the village.
I will push on through day as much as I hate the sunlight and fly back to the witch's house.
Cool. You get back to the witch's house, and you see a rabbit there. It's Harry's twin brother, Larry.
Hey! It's me, Larry.
Hey, Larry. Oh my god, I'm definitely gonna eat him. You wanna help me put these eyes back into the witch? Hopefully they're the witch's eyes and that duplicitous kid didn't give us somebody else's eyes.
Sure, I figure your talons, that'd probably be bad. I can do it with my paws.
I think you have an ability that would be good for this.
Okay, I will... Oh, I should lock her eyes?
I think a different person has an ability that might be good at this.
Okay, I guess I can mend these eyes into her head.
It's a mend 6.
That's exactly a 6.
You mend the eyes, and the witch rises up and says, "Oh, I had such a dream."
Yeah, I just got here. I've been asleep too, actually. Harry and I are just gonna start our normal cleaning. It looks like there was some kind of fight or mess over something. It's definitely gonna take both of us.
Weird.
Where
Yes,
is Harry?
It's definitely a 2-rabbit job.
I'm a bearer of some bad news. Harry died. I ate him.
Well, it's how he would have wanted to go. I guess.
Excellent.
Well, we really TPK'd there, but thanks for going easy on us.
Yeah, and just let Witch know about the forest people and the village.
I think we really changed the balance of power there. When we revisit this campaign later, we're gonna see that the trolls have massacred the humans.
They should. Those humans not disciplining their kids, letting them run around during a festival.
AC, how many rolls did you get danger in a row?
It's like 4-ish. It's a really tough mechanic because once you get a couple danger, you just keep getting danger.
Yeah, it was fun, but dangerous. I guess is aptly named.
I tried to make your sacrifice not be in vain with the foot thing.
Yeah, you can't ask for more than that.
Cool. Do we want to try
that's
to...
fun, and that made sense too.
Do we want to try to do a 20-minute campaign?
That's a tough one.
No, but I mean, I don't know. We could just kind of talk for maybe 10, 15 minutes. Is there anything you want to talk about or kind of preview or hint at or
for the
tell us
expedition?
about the campaign, the expedition to the north?
Not really. I feel like stuff is getting learned at a good pace in game.
Good pace. So we've done 3 episodes now, that's pretty. Just a sliver. But what's been the most surprising thing for you?
I have a guess.
What is your guess?
Adopting Bort and the other guy.
Oh my god. Okay, here's how that encounter was supposed to go. Is you're supposed to meet Bort, and you're supposed to try to recruit him to go to the north, and he was like, no, I can't. And then you go inside, and then the librarian going to run away, and then after you found the books burned, you're gonna leave and go home, and then Skip and Bort, we're gonna stop you in an alley and be like, "Hey, friends, we found a job," and fight you. That's how that was supposed to go.
It didn't quite work out like that.
No, but that's how D&D goes. All your
Yeah.
plans go to shit.
Yeah.
What was more surprising, that or the museum district?
I really screwed myself over when I was like, oh yeah, there's a museum full of magical artifacts. Okay, roll Arcana. Oh, you got a really good roll? Uh-oh. Time to make up magical items on the fly.
Well, I was told you had a whole database of magical items, actually.
Okay, so the items that you got from the archive were from my database that I came up with. The ones that you saw on the floor were made up on the fly.
Nice.
So I had a bunch of snow-themed artifacts, and these were definitely not snow-themed artifacts that belong to the turtle section of the museum.
Wait, we got the snake rope. And what was the other thing that we got?
We got like the winter robe kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I forget what it was called. I mean, you're kind of just asking us for us to do a museum heist at this point, right?
Uh-huh.
By giving us so many details about the other magical items in there.
You're not gonna be like, I feel like I basically don't have a choice there, because you're like, what is this item? I'm rolling Arcana. Very good roll. Okay, then you have to know. And I want the world to be like interesting and rewarding to learn about.
It is interesting to think, like, would there be a museum in a magical world that had real magical items? Like, these are useful items. Wouldn't the king have taken them and used them or something?
Hey, all of those like masks in the museum in San Francisco, they're all useful. They could be used in like a sex party or something, but they're there.
True.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Simon was telling me.
That's probably where he is right now, at the mask party.
He's doing a museum heist so he can get a new costume for his Eyes Wide Shut party.
Dun, dun.
Do you guys have any feedback and or things you'd like to see more of or less of in the campaign up to this point?
No, it's been fun. There's a bunch of mysteries, so I'm very curious.
Yeah. Will be interesting to get to the snow. I'm curious to see how brutal of a survival game you're going to be running for that part.
Oh, the survival's kind of gone out the window for more like fun mysteries.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see, like, I mean, it's clear, like, not an optimized survival game character, but I thought that I like picked some really fun tricks for a survival campaign.
Yeah, like the
And
way
I want to see how that plays out, and if that is
I want to
I don't know
throw
if
like
to say worth it, but
I want to try to throw survival situations at you, but as I said in the uprunning, like the whole point of a survival campaign for me, the whole like the seed of that is like my endless quest to somehow nerf long rests in D&D and make a campaign such that you can't just long rest between every encounter.
Well, have you looked at the gritty realism rules that are in the book?
Yes.
It's kind of tempting.
I wanted to run that.
It's tempting, right?
I kind of wanted to run that, but then Warlocks just become so powerful.
Yeah. I mean, except they only have like 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I would not have chosen a wizard if we were doing that. That's not a good gritty realism.
Don't
class.
wizards get?
Oh, you get arcane recovery, I guess.
Yeah. And wizards can just fucking do anything, so.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Oof.
I think warlocks. I think are. I don't know if they're the most underrated class, but I think people have a really hard time figuring out the warlock, and I think like really spells should just all be utility. Should all be stuff that you're using, like without use hex in battle, and then everything else is just like to get you through situations. And then either your Eldritch Blast or your Hex Blade using a weapon.
Yeah, that was the thing. I like ultimately didn't have that much fun playing Kerr because all the mechanics of him were very one note. He had like one battle thing he did. Which wasn't that interesting, I found.
The darkness.
I think for like planning in D&D, I get very frustrated with because you can only plan so much, and then what's the difference between a good plan with bad dice rolls and a bad plan with good dice rolls?
Yeah.
I think Casey and I used to play with a couple people where they had to plan for like 2 hours before we did anything, and we just kind of had to make up go steal a term like chaos crew and be like, okay, we're just gonna go start doing stuff, and they'd get mad. But it's like
that's what I would do in like Simon's games. Is like we had a museum heist and people were talking for so long, and then I texted Simon and like my character sneaks off and goes to the museum. Can I roll stealth?
Was that your Kenku character?
Yeah.
Nice.
And and I think every game kind of needs somebody who like pushes. There's a button, I push it, and that really helps move the games along. But I think for like the one part of planning in D&D is like you're like these are like the things that I do. These are like it doesn't have to be like I'm a face or I'm a tank, but it's like we're in battles. These are like my combos. These are my moves, and know them and do them. And try and experiment and come up with stuff, but like. Yeah.
And this also just makes me think about the flashback mechanic. It's just so good. We should just have it in D&D also. It's like once a long rest, you get like 2 flashbacks.
Yeah, I'm like, what was I gonna say? I have an idea in the back of my head for another campaign that's like a slightly D&D 5e, but with some Blades in the Dark mechanics in like flashbacks, and you such that you not like flashbacks thing, but you can be like, oh, I have a safe house. These are resources I have. I spent them retroactively to get a safe house, and I'm like, cool, that's fine by me.
I mean, every time I DM any game now, there'll be clocks after reading that book.
What book?
Because that's just such a universal.
Blades in the Dark.
You guys haven't played Blades in the Dark. It's the same person who did
the
game we played today.
Eric DM'd it. Don't you remember?
Yeah, well, I was just speaking to in case anyone was.
Oh, not us. Okay.
Yeah.
Hayden, you should really try D&D also.
I forgot that we were streaming.
No, that it is a fun mechanic, and it's like. It is important too to think that D&D is like storytelling, and when you tell a story, you don't have to tell every single detail. You just have to like hit your beats, and so if something is really outside of the beats, you can just assume that it happened.
I'm just like, I'm very much trying to like reward proactivity on your guys' end, and like. Be like, oh, is this thing here? I try to say yes if it's at all reasonable for it to be there. It's also like I'm getting really into the idea of just never playing with a battle grid or anything ever again, because that gives you so much room to be like, oh, I'm in a battle. Are there rocks on the ground? Is there this there? Can I use this to do my plan? And the DM can be like, oh yes, I didn't draw it there, put anything on the map, so there's no reason for me to say no, so I can enable your creativity.
Yeah, 5e's really good about that. I remember the very first game of 5e I played years ago, like, I was just so excited about Minor Illusion. I was like, I can just fix every problem with Minor Illusion, but most DMs will just be like, Okay, yeah, you do that illusion, and maybe it delays them one round, and then it's just gone.
I've gotten into like arguments with DMs about minor illusion.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if there's a situation where it makes sense for it to work, I would let that happen.
Well, it's just like there's a whole subclass of like illusion that actually has some really cool stuff, but it's just most of the time people are like, yeah, they see through it, or like they know it's an illusion, and it's like it is very hard to DM because you have to like set up like, okay, who is intelligent, who's magically intelligent, who, how were they? Because it's also like, DMs are still playing a game in some way, so like to just like lose your turn to an illusion seems dumb.
That was like,
but
yeah, that was one thing when you guys were at the Institute of Adventuring, and you stole the book with the sprite. I just like, I made the call that the guy there didn't understand why his book was flying away and didn't connect it to you people at all, and he was just like, well, this is weird.
I sort of felt like that might come back to bite us, but we'll find out.
Yeah,
well, it wasn't going to, but...
Well, I think, that was probably a risky move, especially since, like, Ubad hasn't really discussed any of his abilities or hasn't introduced his familiar and is, playing his cards very close to his chest.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing that I need to do is, in the first episode where you just had Shaza translate, undo all of the magic on the book, I came off that situation. I'm like, that seems incredibly overpowered if that thing. So I think if we do that again, we need to mechanicize it, and like you need to have some threshold of offering, and you need to do like a roll to see if it works.
Yeah, that makes sense. I really thought we would just get a hint. My expectation would be him being like, maybe look under another floorboard or something, But I wasn't going to look the gift horse in the mouth.
But I like the idea of him granting like very direct boons like that. That's interesting to me.
Yeah. Well, and
OP.
I mean, I think Ubad is like going on this expedition because of for Shahzad's will. So there's some reason that he wants him up there.
Yeah. It's like I think you have like a much more direct relationship to your patron than would a normal warlock, and thus your patron is more invested in what you do specifically, and thus would be more inclined to help directly like that.
It's fun too because I think I played a lot of warlocks, but never really like in a story in a game where like your backstory really matters at all. So it's like, like, oh, what's your patron? I'm like, I don't know, this knife or something. It's like the flavor of the hexblade is kind of weird. So it's just like, oh yeah, he found an evil knife. I don't know.
That was it is. So Kerr there was a monastery that was okay, so Elpris, who was like the Jesus figure, there was this ancient demon who wanted to rule the world, and Elpris imprisoned him in the blade, and then the blade was put in a monastery, and Kerr was one of the monks guarding the monastery, but as soon as he touched the blade, it blanked his mind and basically took over him, and that's what Kerr was.
Nice. And I think I was supposed to be guarding that monastery or something.
Wasn't it your mom?
Well, that's what I said to you guys, but actually it was also me, and I was going to try and get you back in there at the end, but...
Oh, but you were playing that close to your that was hidden info.
I think also that, like, he got kind of affectionate. Like, he didn't... Okay. He was like, this guy seems harmless.
Yeah, you were a pretty lovable ancient evil.
Exactly.
Like
a plush Cthulhu.
A thing, the backstory I thought of her. Have you guys ever watched Full Metal Alchemist?
Not in a while, but yeah.
I was basically thinking.
I know of it.
I was basically thinking of him as Greed, where he's like, "Oh, this is my world. I own everybody in it," and he's just like, he thinks it's a great time and it loves it, and it's like, "Oh, these things are all great."
It's really the best kind of absolute evil there is.
And so, I was trying to play him as a good character, but if you ever did a alignment on him, it would be evil.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm excited for next week.
Yeah, we're gonna get a combat encounter, maybe.
So
Not if I
you
have anything
think?
to say about it. I think I have a peaceful resolution, but we'll find out.
I'm excited for you to finally figure out what the bag with the cookies in it is.
We should start taking better notes about which cookies do what, at least.
I have a stat block. I have a stat block like this big for that thing.
Wow.
Well, because there's 12 options.
At least.
12?
Maybe if you roll a 12, then you roll a D100.
I will say, here's my hint about it. There's 12 options. There's 12 dice roll options, but there are several more options to the magic item that you have not played with yet.
I'm just hoping it ends up being like a portal to some like magical bakery somewhere. And eventually we find the bakery and they're like, we keep making these cookies and they keep disappearing.
That'd be fun. There's a pocket dimension.
Yeah. Bag of Keebler.
Well, I think. Do you guys have any last words?
No, thanks for DMing again tonight.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for going with the brutal campaign that turned out. I didn't want to make it that brutal. He just kept rolling bad.
It was the gritty realism, Witch is Dead rules.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's also like 5e really has like a lot of like advantage and disadvantage. Is one of like, it's just such a powerful mechanic to push a story however you want. And then like some of these other ones, it's like, nope, you just keep dying.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, anyone have any raid requests, or should we just call it?
Let's roll this raid critical roll again.
It just seems silly.
I love it. It seems rude.
It does.
Yeah, let's take
interrupting them.
let's go to critical role. Let's do it.
Again, we did it last week. It was funny the first time. I don't know about the second time. We could raid. We could raid.
I'm out of people then.
T-Pain?
I don't have anybody else.
Oh yeah, T-Pain.
T-Pain, let's do it.
He shares a birthday with me.
Is it today?
No.
Happy birthday, Hayden and T-Pain.
Yeah, you're a couple months early.
Guys, follow us on over to T-Pain. Follow us on Twitter at ComeDy&D Show and on Instagram. And if I am really quick, we'll put the Discord link in before we go over.
And hopefully I will get my video synced up before next week.
Yeah, wild.
Hopefully Simon will be here.
Oh, he better. Why is raid button not working? Is everything broken?
It's just not synced.
There's something to that.
It's like stuck on the rating T-Pain.
Oh, is it showing up for you at least? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
good.
it's in the chat.
Nice. Well, then eventually we'll head over there.
Yeah. Oh, thank you to the Greasy Weasels and Sirenscape for the music tonight, as always. Thank you to Gamescape, our sponsors in San Francisco. They're back open on Divisadero. Go check them out if you're in San Francisco. ComeDy&D.com/Skillshare. Check it out.